with you approaching the 2-year mark at the end of this year, what are the biggest policy issues that you are going to approach coming up in the next 2 years?
Well, certainly what's at the front of the list is how we recover from Hurricane Harvey and how we prepare for future storms. And what I mean by that, do we put in place policies that will help to mitigate future risks? How we rebuild our neighborhoods is very, very important. Because literally, before the storm, before Hurricane Harvey, you had thousands and thousands of people who are already on the margins. Okay? This storm just added another layer on top. And so we have to put people in a better position. We have to work for skills. There are a lot of people in our city that need to work. Okay? But in order for them to take advantage of the opportunities that are coming to our city, they need the skills. And we have to work to provide them with the skills. And I know, Pastor Bishop, you certainly understand that. Workforce development is critically important. Workforce development. And look, for those who are going to college, great, and we need to be supportive. But literally at the same time, there are thousands of others who will not be going on to a 4-year institution. But it doesn't mean they're not smart. It doesn't mean they're not capable. And they should be put in a position that they can take care of their families. And we've got to be out there, we've got to talk to them on a level that they can understand. Because many are coming from communities where they've lost hope and they don't think anybody cares for them. Some of them need that second, third, and fourth chance. And that's why Brother Deg Muhammad is so important. And we have to make sure that we provide resources to those people who can directly contact and communicate with our folk. I'll give you one example. There was a guy, a city employee, who had been in and out of prison for 20 years. In and out of 20 years. He went through the city's reentry program, turned his life around. We hired him in May of this year in Public Works. Okay? But let me tell you the rest of the story. In and out of prison 20 years. A lot of people giving up on him. Even some of his own family members. Goes through reentry, turns himself around. One of my most dedicated employees, Hurricane Harvey comes along. This brother says, I am going to work. I got my job, I'm going to work. Going to work, runs into high water, calls the supervisor, tells him I'm running into some high water. Supervisor says, just be careful. And the next thing we knew, he drowned. Okay? But he turned his life around. Okay, he turned his life around. And what I'm saying is that in our city, every year in the city of Harris County, 13,000 to 14,000 people come out of our prison institutions, and they are coming back into our city. We've got to give them that second, third, and fourth chances. That's why I commend City Council Member Dwight Borkin for his second chance program, and we need to do a lot more of that. And then for those who are not in prison but are in our neighborhoods, we've got to reach down and grab them and give them the schools. Wanda Adams, I see you back there, Chairman of HISD. Hey, Wanda. We've got to provide and give them the tools that they need. And that's why for some of our schools, we've got to restore some of these workforce development programs back into our schools. I'm telling you, the worst thing to me that we have done is take those skill development programs out of our schools. We've got to put them back in our schools. We are literally killing our folk. We're not giving them any chance. You know, you can educate them, but give them some skills at the same time. And so, I'm sorry. Everybody is not, you can't put everybody on the same track. Because when you put everybody on the same track, you're saying to those who are not operating on that level, we don't value you. Every person has value. Every person has potential. Every person has talent, and we've got to invest in it. That's why I think Stephanie Newell-Page, Stephanie, stand up. I got to recognize Stephanie Newell-Page. She works with Strata. Let me tell you about this sister, okay? A part of the relief effort, that more than $1 million for the relief effort, came from Stephanie, okay? More than $1 million. And she dedicated it to workforce development, okay? And she's a part of the effort of this relief fund to make sure that some of it goes to workforce development. But that's important to me too, because you got to have jobs. If we don't help them find a way,
They will find a way.
they are going to find a way. So let's help them find the right way, and then let's use the right people that can communicate with them, because a lot of them won't listen to me, but they may listen to Brother Derek Muhammad, okay? So we've got to use the right vehicle. I see Minister, is that Minister Rob behind him? Yeah, that with the cap on. We've got to use vehicles that work, okay? Because not everybody can talk to folk with an appreciation and an understanding of where they are in their lives.